The Ahwar of southern Iraq, refuge of biodiversity and relic landscape of the Mesopotamian cities, is a mixed property located in the Tigris and Euphrates Delta. 7 sites tell the natural and cultural history of southern Iraq from ancient times to the present. The series includes remains of prominent Sumerian cities that once stood in the middle of wetlands, together with the contemporary marshland system, or Ahwar. Built of mud bricks like all Mesopotamian cities, Eridu grew in the 5th millennium on a series of islets surrounded by a lagoon. On its main mound, 18 successive temples were built over a period of 3,000 years, developing into the first ziggurat or terrace-stepped pyramid. The temple was home to Enki, the deity of creation and fresh water. Eridu was considered by Mesopotamian tradition as the oldest city in the world, predating the flood. It provided the template for Sumerian cities built around a temple, surrounded by a body of fresh water. It stands as the most ancient and best documented sacred city in southern Mesopotamia. Uruk, the first capital of Sumer in the 4th millennium, was originally situated near the ancient Euphrates bed and on the edge of a marsh. It was the biggest settlement and main force of urbanization in southern Mesopotamia. Its remains illustrate the several phases of the city's growth and decline, the architectural evolution and sophistication of public buildings, and the spatial organization of a vast and complex city that included several temples. The canal system recently detected earned Uruk the name of Venice in the desert. The first examples of writing were found in its Eanna temple. The Gilgamesh epic, the earliest literary text, also originated there. Artifacts, such as the Warka vase, together with architectural elements, document the role of the wetland resources, such as reeds, for the development of the city. A Sumerian hymn compared the city of Ur to a bull standing in the wet reeds. The city's monumental remains include its famed ziggurat, the best preserved of those known from southern Mesopotamia. Ur used written records on an unprecedented scale. Clay tablets, together with iconographic records such as the Standard of Ur, give a unique insight into the Mesopotamian world and the importance of the wetlands for its economy, belief system, and literature. Ur, the capital of Sumer during the 3rd millennium, exemplifies the wealth, power, and sophistication of a civilization at its height, manifested through temples and palaces, residential and commercial quarters, industrial areas, and royal tombs. The city was the most important Sumerian port on the Arabian Gulf, connecting the region with trade partners as far as India. Ur continued to be remembered by the Babylonians, the Assyrians, and in Abrahamic religious traditions. A Babylonian clay map shows the Mesopotamian worldview, a circle where the southern marshes were fed by the Euphrates and outflowed into the sea. As the Arabian Gulf regressed to the south during the 2nd and 1st millennia BCE, the landscape of wetlands moved to the southeast of the deltaic plain, Contemporary ahwar are the largest wetlands in the Middle East, and one of the world's most important freshwater ecosystems situated within an extremely arid environment. The marshes have a high degree of speciation and provide habitat and refuge to endemic, resident and migratory species, several of them globally threatened or of restricted range. This ecosystem almost disappeared in the 1990s due to man-made drainage. It has displayed a remarkable capacity of self-restoration since its recent reflooding, but it remains fragile. The unique hydrological system, composed of the Haweza, Central, East and West Hammar marshes, is an outstanding natural phenomenon, representing a wetland that fluctuates in size in a cyclical manner. This ecosystem provides several key services for southern Iraq, the country and the region as a whole, including clean water, food, and climate control. A small number of people have returned and resumed their marsh-based lifestyle, settling around the marshes, on ridges emerging over the water, or on floating islets. Reed collection, buffalo breeding and fishing are central to the culture, economy and identity of the marsh Arabs. Some elements of their material culture, such as the large reed buildings they use as guest houses, are similar to those existing in Sumer. Dozens of small archaeological mounds dot the ahwar. They testify to an history of human occupation going back to the 4th millennium, with links to large urban centers such as Uruk. The ahwar of southern Iraq, refuge of biodiversity and relic landscape of the Mesopotamian cities, offers a striking example of human interaction with the environment in the context of irreversible change. The property represents a powerful call for biodiversity conservation and the protection of a heritage of universal value.